We'll kick things off with Christopher Bell, our race winner. Congratulations. I am sure you're feeling pretty good right now. Can you just walk us through those that final lap for you?
Yeah, the last lap was pretty, I don't know, pretty surreal. All race long, I just kind of felt like I was trying to do my best job at not screwing up and hit my marks and not overdriving the corners. And then whenever I got by the 22 coming to the white flag, I knew that I was faster than him. I ran him down from a while back. So all I had to do was just get a couple good corners and get away. The last thing I wanted was coming down to the checkered flag with him on your bumper. And then you have to make a decision if you try and protect or if you just try and race the racetrack. So I was really thankful that I was able to get away there through the infield section, because I felt like that was my better part. And then the chicanes were my struggle points. So I definitely didn't want him on my bumper going through the chicanes.
Awesome. Well, we're going to take some questions here for Christopher. Let's see here. Let's kick things off with Bob Parkhurst. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Christopher, can you describe what last season was like not having a win, and is today more relief or excitement getting this first win?
Yeah, I'd say, Bob, that this is all the above. This is the happiest moment I've had in a very long time. 2020 was one of the hardest seasons I've ever had in my racing career. I don't think I won a race at the Chili Bowl on my prelim night, and then that was it for the rest of the year. So that's obviously up against the Cup guys and on the dirt side too. So 2020 was a really, really low point for me, and just to come back in 21 and be able to win in the Cup Series this early on a road course is, something that I'm going to cherish for the rest of my life. And I just can't wait to see what we can do on the ovals and build on this.
And you sounded very sad that you weren't going to be able to do a burnout. And it sounded like they were going to let you, but I guess you didn't. So do you feel like you've missed something not doing a burnout?
No, it's all good. I think, burnouts are cool, but everyone does it. So, the cool thing is getting your trademark celebration. And, I need to keep winning some more so that I can build that trademark celebration, whatever it is. So, they didn't want me to do a burnout. So, I didn't want to force the issue there.
Thank you.
Alrighty, and we have also been joined here by Coach Joe Gibbs. Coach, thank you for taking some time to join us 2 nights in a row, so welcome back. We're going to take some questions for the media for both of you, so we'll just continue on, and we will go to Mark Darrow with PRN. Go ahead, Mark.
I have one for Christopher and one for the coach. Christopher, everybody, the other drivers we've heard feedback from after the race have felt pretty good that you would win this season, but they're totally surprised it's a road course. How about you? Are you surprised that this win has come early and it's come on a road course?
Mark, after last year, I'd say that I'm not overly shocked. To win the first road course of the year is quite surprising. But, last year the road courses were not my best finishes, but speed-wise, I was really fast at both of them. So I certainly knew that we would be in contention or, at least competitive today. Winning, I probably didn't see that one coming, but I thought that we were going to be in contention.
And Coach, how do you feel now with not only do you get back-to-back wins on the weekend, but it obviously looks like you've reloaded with young drivers who can get the job done. How does that make you feel as a car owner?
No, for us, it's a huge deal for us. As you guys know, the talent and to have Christopher, everything that he kind of fought through last year, and then to come back this year. When you think about it, our Christopher got in that car last year and never made a lap. I was going to racetracks. It was a lot to overcome. And he did show speed at a number of racetracks there. So it was great to him to get that victory. It was great for Ream, our sponsor, JR and Chris, everybody down there. And for us with Stanley Black & Decker, Jim Lurie and Tony Merritt and all the guys up there. So it's always a huge deal for us. As you know, in our sport, the sponsors are more than sponsors, they're partners. And it's a huge deal when you get a chance to get a win. And to have Christopher already in the playoffs, it's a big deal for us, for sure. It's hard to do, put it that way.
Thank you.
You bet.
All right, we're going to take our next question from Chris Estrada. Go ahead, Chris.
Thank you. Christopher, congratulations. First wins are obviously always special, but how is this enhanced by the way you did it and in passing one of the sport's top stars in Joey Logano to pull it off?
Yeah, Chris, it's a dream come true, man. To win my first race at a road course is, I didn't expect that to happen. And I've always had a tremendous amount of respect for the guys that are good at road racing because I feel like it showcases talent. The cars, especially here today, we have the low downforce package, so they're slipping, they're sliding. You're kind of riding the car more than you're driving the car. So it was just surreal, man, to be as competitive as we were today. I felt like I went toe to toe with Chase Elliott, and we're pretty equal there. So that was really cool. Chase is the benchmark for road racing at the moment, and I feel like we're close. My group is close. Whenever I say we're, I mean my group, my crew chief, my car, my team.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take our next question from Jeff Gluck. Go ahead, Jeff.
Christopher, obviously, throughout the course of your career on very many different kinds of tracks and cars, you've been in winning situations a lot. So how did the nerves, or anxiousness or butterflies, if you had any, compare to other times in your career in those final laps?
Yeah, it's honestly, I was able to stay pretty calm, and I'm proud of myself for doing that because it's hard to do, and especially at a road course where you have so many heavy braking zones and there's plenty of opportunities to make a mistake. But I would say that this was equal to my my first Chili Bowl. Whenever I've been in that position so many times, and I was anxious and nervous and just focusing on hitting my marks. So it was definitely there, but I was thankful that I was able to pull it off and not make a mistake.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take our next question from Lee Spencer.
Congratulations, Christopher. Just wondering, you were talking about Chase being the class of the field, but did you learn anything being behind him as many laps as you followed him today? Yeah,
I'd say that I at least learned where I was good and where he was good at. And I feel like I was pretty competitive with him. We were pretty equal everywhere except, a certain part on the racetrack, and he was really fast through there. So, Lee, this is a very special win for me, and really proud to be able to be at Joe Gibbs Racing. This is a huge opportunity to be in a powerhouse team like this. And, just can't say thank you enough to Coach and Ream and Stanley Black & Decker for the opportunity to drive one of the best cars in the sport.
Not to take anything away from Levine, but can you tell a significant difference between the equipment you're in right now?
We had a lot of speed at certain places at LFR last year. If you look at the road courses in particular, I was really fast there, and we just had issues. We just could not get off of pit road and maintain our position. So we would always lose track position somehow, some way, and then you're back in the hornet's nest. And I think out of the 30, however many races, I bet you we had damage 20 plus times, and that's just because you get put in the back so many times and you get run over, so or you get beat around. So it just we didn't have. I don't know. We just didn't have all the pieces of the puzzle, and now at JGR, I'm very thankful that we do.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take our next question from David Smith.
Hey, Christopher, what have you done either personally or through JGR or TRD to improve your road racing acumen from where it was when you entered the NASCAR national level to where you are literally sitting right now?
Yeah, David. So I would say the biggest thing is just seat time. Growing up dirt track racing, I didn't even know what a right-hand corner looked like before I got in the truck series. And then we went to Canada. And before I went to Canada, Toyota gave me the opportunity to run. I ran an ARCA race at New Jersey. And then I guess that was about it. I went to New Jersey with the ARCA car, and then the two Mosport races. And between the 2 years. And then, I didn't love road course racing at the time. I wasn't exceptional at it, but I didn't suck at it, but I just didn't care for it. And then moving into Xfinity, I think we had 3 or 4, maybe 5 road course races during the course of the year. So you're just going to have to get good at it and just see time doing it. I actually did a couple Trans Am tests and worked with Michael Self, and he's a very good road racer and knows he knows road racing in and out. So thank you to Michael for coaching me, and I would say that he's been a part of this success as well.
And interesting that 2 of NASCAR's greatest road course racers ever are Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart, who have the same background as you do. Is there anything that you notice, either, tangible or something off the track, that translates from USAC dirt racing to NASCAR road racing?
Yeah, I definitely think dirt racing is very beneficial for road racing, because whenever you go road racing, you're always kind of at the limit of the car, and you're sliding around, you're slipping, and it's all about getting the most out of your equipment in every corner. And I think dirt racing teaches you the car control of, how to pick up little bits of speed here and there, and, just being unorthodox about it in some places, and, I enjoy it. And I definitely think dirt racing makes or gives you the skill set needed to be a good racer or a good road racer.
All right, thank you.
All right, we're going to take our next question from Dustin Long. Go ahead, Dustin.
Thank you. Christopher, certainly a big change from last week to this week. And I'm just curious from your perspective with the incident last week, how you worked through that and how you build up the confidence going back, into this week, and just kind of the difference in 1 week's time for you.
I mean, Dustin, that's speedway racing, so it's that's the name of the game. You go out there and you're in a pack, and you're at the mercy of the cars around you, and you're if one guy wrecks, then the whole field's in it. So I've gotten wrecked, I would say 75% of the speedway races in my career, and fortunately I haven't been on the other side of it until last week. So I felt terrible. I wanted to crawl into a hole after the rain delay and stuff, but it's speedway racing, and it is what it is. One car getting turned or wrecking just creates a big old mess. But yeah, I was really excited to get away from pack racing and get back to racing the racetrack and trying to go as fast as you can.
You also talked in the off season, you said, your goal for this year was you want to be a factor in the races. And you noted that there would be times that, your folks would call you and ask how your race was because you just weren't on the television screen as much. Have you had the opportunity to talk with your family, your parents at this point yet? And if so, what have you guys kind of said? Or has it just been more yelling and screaming into the phone at this point?
Yeah, I haven't got to my phone yet, so I haven't heard from them, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing them, and hopefully they can get out to a race here pretty quick.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take our next one from Jenna Fryer. Go ahead, Jenna.
Hey, Coach. I'm wondering how you're feeling after these 2 wins.
Well, I'm elated, to tell you the truth. Just a huge weekend for us, and there's so many positives to it. Excited for Christopher, and he talked about Stanley Black & Decker, our sponsor that's been with us now for 7 years, and then Ream, JR, and all the people at Ream. It's so important for us and our sponsors. We got Christopher to talk to both CEOs, and actually Chris Peel is the CEO at Ream. JR is the chairman of the board. But it's just huge for our sponsors. It's huge for us. It's great to have Christopher making a statement. And that's a huge deal for us. To be in the playoffs already with him is a big deal. And so I'm thrilled, to be quite truthful.
What's it say for JJR's future with these 2 wins?
Well, I think young talent is very important, and we know that. We got 3 veteran guys, and they're performing great. I don't see any of those guys at a point where they want to quit racing. They're making it happen. And at one point tonight in the race, we had all 4 of our guys up in the top 10. And so I felt good about that. But road racing is taking on a new importance in NASCAR. We're now going to be going to 6 tracks this year. And so it's a huge deal for us to step up and improve. And I felt like that's what happened tonight.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, we're going to take our next question from Matt Weaver. Go ahead, Matt.
Hi there. Hey, Christopher. Thank you for taking time here after this big win. David Smith had actually asked my initial question, but let me ask you this instead. As we look towards the future and NASCAR moving more towards road racing, maybe a street course mixed in the future as well, it's not entirely what you thought you would be doing when you went on the path to NASCAR, but do you feel like you're poised to continue having this kind of success even with more road races, especially after getting this first win at the Cup Series on a road course?
Yeah, Matt, it's tough. I enjoy road racing because I think it's very difficult, and racing the racetrack, producing lap time, seeing who's fast at it is very rewarding, and it's very, it's real, right? If you go out there and run well at a road course, that's real. But on the flip side, whenever you get restarts and everyone's boxed up and just running into each other, that's the side of road course racing that I don't love. Just being at the mercy of everyone else. It almost gets a little bit super speedway-ish on those restarts. So it's a ton of fun whenever you finally get strung out and you can race the racetrack to try and make lap time and set up passes, and you're sliding around, you're really out of control the majority of the time, you're just hanging on. So I love road course racing from that aspect, but I just hate it's so easy to get caught up in other people's mess. It's so easy for guys to poke you and spin you out. And so it's a love-hate relationship for me.
10-4. Thanks, man.
All right, we're going to take our next question from Jerry Jordan. Go ahead, Jerry.
Hey, Christopher, congratulations on the win. When did it click with you that you were not only catching Joey, but you could pass him and will likely take the lead? And how hard was it for you to do the right things in the car so that you didn't make the mistakes that you were worried about?
Yeah, Jerry, I remember watching Chase Elliott win. I believe Chase won his first race at Watkins Glen. Is that correct? Anybody? Well,
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Yeah, so I remember watching that race, and Chase Elliott won his first race at Watkins Glen, and I believe Truex was behind him. And I remember saying that this is the test right here. How mentally tough is Chase? Will he be able to stand the pressure of the best road racer taking him on? And Chase did. He was able to hit his marks for however many laps and win the race. So, I thought that was really cool and gave me a lot of respect for Chase. And I've always put a lot of pride into my mental strength aspect as well. I feel like I've matured a lot over the course of the years and been put in positions of high pressure moments. And today was definitely one of them, trying to run down the 22. But aside from winning the race, I didn't really know that I was going to get there. Adam on the radio kept telling me that, just keep doing what you're doing and you might get there. So I just was focused on hitting my marks and not overdriving the car. And I think he had a couple moments where he slipped that gave me a lot of time.
Thank you, bud. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take our next one from Jacob Seelman. Go ahead, Jacob.
Thank you, Marissa. Congratulations, Christopher. I've got one for you and then one for the coach. And actually, Coach Gibbs used the word that I'll ask you about. He called it a statement. Christopher, do you call this a statement victory as well for your career and your season?
I don't know. I'd say that that's more for other people to say than me. But, I knew going to Joe Gibbs Racing that this is my time. I'm either going to put up or shut up. And I'm very grateful for the how it's played out so far between the first 2 weeks. So it's a dream come true to be able to drive for the coach and to have all of our great partners at Ream, Stanley Black & Decker, Pristine Options. So, those guys are who made it happen. And I just want so bad to be in this number 20 car for the rest of my career. and I need to perform well to do that. So I just got to stay after it.
And Coach Gibbs, I didn't get the chance to ask you this last night. Obviously, with Ty winning, now Christopher winning, it's been a really good weekend for your young stars. And I know for so long that JD was a big part of that. It's been a tough last couple of years. But what does this weekend do for the family? And what do you think JD might say about the last 2 days between Ty and Christopher doing what they've done?
It's interesting that you mentioned that. And this is JD's birthday today, and our family back home is celebrating it. And there's not a day goes by that I don't think about him. And of course, any parent or grandparent out there would know what it feels like when you have that heartbreak. But JD spent his whole occupational life building our race team. And so I think he's getting a full view of it right now. And I think he's loving it. And we sure miss him. I think everybody at Joe Gibbs Racing misses him, and a lot of other people in our sport have been so great. All the letters, all the responses, all the phone calls, and the texts that we've got honoring JD has been fantastic. Anybody out there wants to go to his website, jdgibbslegacy.com, we're really excited. We just passed 9 million people have gone to that website. 9 million people. And I think a lot of them said that it's impacted their lives. And JD's life is impacted, I think, a lot of people. He was very much a people person. And he certainly cared about our race team and our people there.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations, both of you.
You bet.
All right, we'll take our next one from Chris Knight. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, Christopher, congratulations on the win. I was listening to your radio as you're coming across the start finish line, and I was expecting you to go crazy over the radio, just be all excited and everything. And then I got you were so subdued. I mean, just incredibly thankful. And I just was wondering, man, has this sunk in yet that he's a cup winner, or can you talk about that as you were crossing the start finish line?
Yeah, Chris, it's interesting. I was just trying to soak in the moment, trying to cherish it. And it's definitely different here in 2021 and 2020 as well. So, it was a shame that my wife wasn't able to be here to celebrate with us, or, even the team being able to come up and take team pictures, and all the emotion in Victory Lane has completely changed. So I hope that we get back to a little bit closer to normal here pretty quick, where we can, celebrate these moments together more. It sucks not having your team by your side to, throw water on you.
Thanks. Congrats.
All right. Well, we're going to Coach head out, and thank you so much for taking some more time with us today. Christopher, we're going to have you stick around for a couple more questions from our media, but I know Coach has some other obligations. So we thank you so much, and congratulations on another victory.
Thank you. And thanks to everybody out there in the media and our fans. Thank you for all your support of our sport.
Thank you. All right. And I'm going to spotlight Christopher here. Do some more questions for him. Chris Knight, did you have another one? I didn't mean to cut you off if I did.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay. So we're going to take our next question from Zach Sterniolo. Go ahead, Zach.
Christopher, congratulations on this victory. I'm curious, from how humbling last year was to this peak moment today, what has this journey been like for you? I know a lot of Cup drivers find when they get to this level, they may not win as regularly as they became accustomed to in prior series. So was that ever a concern for you? And just what has this journey been like to get to this moment?
Yeah, man, just the highs and lows. And, last year was very, very disheartening for me. And I mentioned that before, I think on this call, aside from the NASCAR side, which I knew going into the Cup Series is going to be very difficult. But even on the dirt side, I didn't win outside of January at the Chili Bowl. So that was very disappointing. And you start doubting yourself. You're wondering if you can do this and if you're capable of it. And, last year I had glimpses, and I look back at for example, the Daytona Road Course last year. I finished horrible. I got caught up in a bunch of wrecks, and I spun out a couple times, and I ran in the back of Kevin Harvick once. But we were really fast. I think I had a top 5 lap time in the race. So we had glimpses of being fast. It just didn't come together last year. And man, I'm proud that it came together this year.
One more question for you. How validating is this moment then for you personally? Coupled with that comes there was some criticism, fairly or unfairly, for your move to this 20 car. What does this victory do, if anything, in your opinion, to validate the team's decision to move you into this car? Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just very thankful for the opportunity, very grateful for the opportunity, and it's unbelievable to be here and to be able to win this early. And I wouldn't be in this 20 car without great partners like Rheem, Stanley Black & Decker, Pristine Auctions. So those, and Toyota and TRD as well. So without sponsors, without partners, there is no racing. So it's a dream come true to be here, and I just want to be here for the rest of my life. And to do that, you have to have sponsors. So I hope that I just hope to be here for the rest of my career. Thanks very much, and congrats again. Thank you.
Take our next question from Michael Shelton. Go ahead.
Yes, Christopher, congratulations on the victory. And you were talking about sponsors and Toyota. Considering that last season was considered a disappointment for Toyota after the dominant year it had in 2018, what does this mean for you to pick up the victory for your team and for Toyota? And how much momentum does this give you and the rest of your teammates moving forward?
Yeah, thank you, Michael. So I would say that this is a huge moment for Toyota. It's really cool to be able to get their first win of the season. That's really cool. I have an all-star cast of teammates between Denny Martin and Kyle. So those are 3 of the greats in the sport, and it's going to be tough to keep up with them. But to be able to beat them to victory lane is pretty cool. So hopefully we can keep it up. We know that all 3 of those are going to hit victory lane at some point and hit victory lane often. So it's going to be hard to keep up with them, but we're off to a pretty good start so far.
Have you heard from your teammates since I know it's short, but have you heard from your teammates yet? And what did they said to you following your win?
Yeah, Denny drove up beside me, and I guess that was his congratulations to me, but I haven't seen my phone yet. So I don't know if they've reached out or not.
All right, congratulations. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Oh. All right, we'll take our next one from Stephen Conley. Go ahead. Stephen, we can't hear you. I'm not sure. All right, we'll take someone else. And Stephen, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think I should have you now. There we go.
Okay, we can hear you. Yep.
All right. Sorry about that. Christopher, I would talk about a little bit about next week. I know we may not get the chance to talk to you before Homestead. 3 out of the last 4 races at Homestead have been won by your teammates. You're coming off this win. There's a lot of talk always about the dirt guys running well down there. Do you have any expectations, and are they a little bit higher now coming off of this win going into Homestead?
Yes, Stephen. I ran Homestead was one of my best races last year. So it's definitely one that I have circled on the calendar to potentially run well at. So we definitely expect to be competitive nonetheless. And definitely going from Homestead to Vegas should be, it has the potential to be 2 good races for us. So I'm looking forward to it.
Is this stretch of the season one more that you're maybe looking a little bit more forward to, getting out of the speedway tracks and the road courses and get a little break from that?
Yeah, I mean, speedway racing has definitely not been my favorite. So getting through Daytona 1 was very glad to move on from that. But road racing has definitely become, a little bit of a new normal and a big part of the schedule. So I'm not really opposed to road racing. I obviously like it today, so we'll see how that feels whenever we go to the next one. But Homestead Vegas will be a good tell, because mile and a halves are a big part of the schedule, but you have to be good everywhere. And I think that we have the opportunity to be good everywhere.
Thank you.
All right, Christopher. Well, that's all the time we've got So thank you so much for taking some time to join us, and congratulations on the win. I hope you get to go home to your wife and really enjoy it. And we will see you next week at Homestead Miami Speedway.
Thank you. See you guys.